big story that we're following today. Did you guys see this on Melania Trump? Melania Trump means business. Melania Trump isn't fooling around. And Melania Trump has made it clear that you're not going to trash her reputation for your own political gain or somebody else's humor. So apparently, Biden's son, Hunter, went on to some podcast and said a whole bunch of stuff and talked a whole bunch of smack. And she wasn't having it. Not one bit. And so she just issued a letter saying, I'm going to sue you, buddy, for $1 billion. Now, Hunter doesn't really have $1 billion, shall we say. So I would say that she has the ability to make his life a living HELL. He was asked about this back on the same program where he made these wacko allegations. And I want you to hear his response. Let's take a look at it together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day of presidential litigation has arrived. It's lawsuit time. In my hand is a legal demand letter addressed to Mr. Hunter Biden from the First Lady of the United States, demanding a retraction of Channel 5's video called Hunter Biden Returns, in which Mr. Biden here makes some speculative comments about the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein, Melania Trump, and Donald Trump. I've got $1 billion document in my hands because Mrs. Trump is seeking $1 billion in damages if we don't take the video down, and if Hunter here doesn't issue a formal apology to Mrs. Trump. So now we're here maybe to give you the platform to apologize to the First Lady for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
That. That's not going to happen.
Oh, wow. Lovely. He's got such a gigantic vocabulary that he has to resort to that. I think that same interview had like a whole bunch of those bombs all over the place, right? He just F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb. Again, not a vast vocabulary on the likes of Hunter Biden. Not a vast, shall we say, set of intelligence on that man's head. But part of his stupidity is that he's done stupid things with his dad, I believe, along the way. I mean, the Ukraine stuff certainly sounds super, super sketchy, right? We've been through all that. And now he's like doubling down on this here, which is a little bit odd. The allegations that he's making are really pretty wacky, and they're based on some reporter that, traffics in hearsay. And she's out for as she should be. You know what? There's no reason any of this should be happening. She wound up going after the Daily Beast. And so they took the story down. Editors know after the story was published, the Beast received a letter from First Lady Melania Trump's attorney challenging the headline and framing of the article. After reviewing the matter, the Beast has taken down the article and apologizes for any confusion or misunderstanding. In other words, if you get fake news, it's fake news, and you can't use that to try and go after her, even though she is the First Lady. So, they would say, oh, she's a public person, et cetera. And she's like, no, it doesn't matter. And she's winning this, by the way. She's winning this because you can't just deliberately publish lies on people, and especially the kind of lies that they're trying to get into. Anyway, Carville as well wound up, here we go, taking down the podcast episode. If you see, he writes an apology as well. In last week's podcast episode, we spoke with Judge Legum. After the episode, received a letter from Melania Trump's lawyer. He took issue with the title of one of our YouTube videos from that episode and a couple of comments I made about the First Lady. We took a look at what they complained about, and we took down the video and we edited out those comments from the episode. I also take back these statements and apologize. Good, buddy. You know what? I like this. I like that a woman is standing up for herself to these bozos that want to traffic in smut, frankly, and misinformation and, hurt someone's reputation, frankly, as a wife and mother in the meantime. So, she's threatening to sue Hunter, good, for $1 billion he doesn't have, but she'll make his life hell because he won't have the money to deal with the legal bills no matter how many paintings he tries to sell. She forced the Daily Beast to retract its lies. And she got the Democratic op there, James Carville, to apologize and take down the episode. Because, again, you just can't go out on a limb and say things about people that are not right. And I think it's important, regardless of whether you're a public person, a private person, however you want to think about this, it's not fair It's not fair to her family, to do that all just for your own political gain. So she means business, and these guys are going to have to listen, including Hunter Biden, or, fork over some of that money if he still has any left, because, he apparently has spent it on some interesting things. And by the way, that's not me speculating, right? They have all that information. That's all wide out in the open. I just try and keep it clean for the kids, shall we say.